Hey guys, this is Suspicious Dish, and...
When God said he?
There we go, he's here for 3. And this level. So, you thought we were done with Mischief?
Another breakable limit, I see.
Yeah, so... Right off the bat, so we're back in the living room. We have a breakable limit, and you'll see pretty much the entire gimmick of this level in about a minute or two. And already I'm not doing too good at this.
Now was that that glowing cube on the table? Was that just like a random power-up?
I think it is. It's just something that gives you random, or maybe depending on the color it is when you smash it, because it's a multicolored power-up. So, the gimmick of this level is Elebits or dicks again, and they've put up a bunch of things that we can't collect. Or, sorry, we can't move. So, there are these...
So that stuff is just gonna block you there?
Right. And there's a thing that we can't move, to the left of us, a shelf. And on the other entrance, there's a piano in the way. Yes, they moved the piano to block.
Jeez.
Like,
they're pretty strong for how small they are.
Yeah, and, like, you know how Kai at the beginning of the game was like, I hate Elebits?
Yeah,
like,
well, now we know why, I guess.
Yeah. They're just like, this is worse than frat boys, even. Come on. Anyway, there's a bunch of energized stuff here, and really the strategy for what you want to do is just activate all the activate all the yellow Elebits at once, and what am I even saying? You want to activate all the appliances like I'm doing now, and then activate the homing laser, so you just get a big round of Elebits. And how do you like that frame rate?
That seems like a solid strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, since I guess they're not, since you're far away, they're not moving around too much.
Right. Right. If you're not near, they'll like tend to be sleeping and things like that. Anyway, so that's pretty much how you get a pretty decent start to your gun power in not a lot of time.
Oh wow, yeah, already level 2.
Yeah. You can get a few more things if you can aim properly. Come on, there we go. And I think that's it for now.
So will that let us move any of the things in our way, or just shake open more, like move more objects to get more
right, so
red and green ones?
While we can move more objects, we can't move the sofa, or the shelves, or the piano. So, we're gonna have to do something else for a little bit, besides collect a few more extras. Yeah, see, we're already up to level 3, so that's why you use this strategy.
Yeah.
Make the most out of your homing laser, because it is the power up. It is the win button for the game, basically.
Is the upstairs blocked off too?
Not so much blocked off as you can't walk upstairs.
Okay, it's just like invisible wall.
Pretty much. The reason there is pretty much that you just like, I don't know, you can sort of walk up halfway to the stairs, and you'll walk up halfway, and then you'll just stop. So you
get tired after so many stairs, like... You're not a marathon runner here.
Right, it's just, I find it odd that they bothered to make it so that you could walk halfway up the stairs. At all, as opposed to just putting an invisible wall right at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, that would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah. Maybe they were planning on having both sections seamless, but frame rate and deadline and those things.
Yeah.
Like,
it seems there's a lot of breakable like glasses and plates in here.
Yes. So again, Elebits or dicks. Just like, eat it, sucker. You can see they just put a bunch of tables to block. Excuse me. They just put a bunch of tables to blockade our ways, but with level 3 that isn't too big a problem. But seriously, where did they even get those tables? They weren't there before. Like, 4 tables? They just weren't there before.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's
Pink Elebit?
Pink Elebit. I believe it was in the exact same pot in the first kitchen level too. So. this point, you're pretty much going to be stuck in the kitchen for a while. Oh, you got a single. I don't even know where we got that pink Elebit from. Huh.
Oh, that's both of them, or the first two?
That's the first two. The third Elebit only appears once you get the first two, and you've cleared the mission with a certain condition.
Right.
I think it's like less than 6 breakable objects or something like that in this level. I don't remember exactly. There's that guy. Basically, the sofa and the shelf, I believe, are both at level 4. If I remember correctly, we can only get beyond in that area if we have level 4. So it is pretty much the last place you'll be going in the mission. There isn't a lot to do elsewhere there. Come on, there we go. Again, you sort of have to be careful again because there is a breakable limit and it does matter.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that it's not just from here on out breakable. They actually do give you a pause in the constraints.
Yeah, that is nice, I think.
I will say
like a few levels every now and then where it's just go crazy.
Right. I will say that the durability is going to be with us till the end of the game, but it doesn't really matter. The meter is going to be there, but in later levels, there's just nothing that can hurt you. So, the meter is going to stay, but it's not really a big issue.
Yeah, I guess there's no, or at least not yet in this level, there's no tanks or anything shooting you.
Nope. Not yet, so, yeah, I don't think there's anything that can hurt you in this level. Which I find interesting for some reason. It's just sort of like...
Well, that's one way to get into the living room.
Yeah, you just sort of... That's sort of a big thing in this game. If you can't get somewhere, like, masses of objects and inertia are actually realistic. So, slamming a very sort of... something that you can do that, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
what you're saying
at this point. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of odd that that big, heavy, like, cabinet was lighter than the sofa.
Have you ever tried to lift a sofa?
Well, no, I've never tried to lift a giant cabinet either. I imagine they're both pretty heavy, but...
I mean, one sort of, like... You lift a futon, that's not an easy job. Come on.
I guess, yeah.
So, in a lot of levels, you're stuck with this sort of thing. It's just sort of this inkling that you want to get as much gun power as you can, even if it doesn't really matter. While we can, sort of go to level 4, we're perfectly fine with level 3.
Yeah, there's not anything else that's gonna open up since you already got into the...
Right.
Or got past the sofa.
Right, it's just sort of... I don't know what it is. It's just sort of this feeling that you want to power as many appliances as you can, even if it doesn't help.
Yeah.
There we go. Got the oven done. And the goal was a lot closer than I thought.
Oh, wow, yeah.
3,500. Does tell you at the beginning of the mission, but you can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I always forget to look at those. It's just, you get them eventually after enough Elebits.
Right. The missions really are rarely hard. After you sort of get past the initial difficulty curve, the initial sort of spike in the curve, it doesn't get that much harder. In fact, it gets easier as you get better at the controls.
Yeah, like from what I remember, more often than not, you'd fail from, failing a condition rather than not having enough Elebits at the end of the time limit.
Right. That's really where the most difficulty comes from. And at the end of the day, it's not really that hard to, doesn't really matter at all. Because there isn't really anything, you don't really get anything extra for maintaining the full state of the time limit. So as long as you get enough all the Elebits that you need, you can do whatever you want. You can quote-unquote fail the mission and you'll still succeed, is what I'm saying. I love that popcorn particle effect.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. There's actually like a sound effect for it popping too, I think.
Right. don't actually remember. I don't think I get the pink Elebit for completion in this level. There was one more, but it's something like you need less than 10 broken objects or something like that on completion, or less than 5. Or I don't remember, but it's one of those things. And I didn't make it this time.
It was less than you had broken already.
Right, I think that was it. I will just say that sometimes you can you can actually complete the mission in the arbitrary condition for the pink Elebit, and it just won't appear. Like, the game's just like, I'm not going to appear now.
It's like, well, you did what you had to do, but...
The random number generator
next
says no.
Oh wow, already up to level 5.
Yeah, and now we can sort of wreak havoc in the game in this section, which, even if it's pointless, is pretty fun.
Yeah, so it's fun just to throw giant pieces of furniture around.
Right. The last time we were in the living room, I mentioned that there is a nest with the sort of the corner table and the furniture.
Right.
I can't get it. It requires, like, what happens is there's tiny little marks on the floor, and you have to line the furniture up in that exact area. And it is still, like, stupidly hard with the controls that you have. But it does exist. I will say that. It does exist.
And it's carried over into this mission as well?
Right, if there's a level-specific nest, well, if there's a sort of a room-specific nest, usually it's carried over into all the missions with the rooms.
Alright.
Like, we were, even if it's somewhat different, you might remember that we went back to the original My Room, where there was the ABC nest, and even though the base was in one of the last closets we could get, the nest was still there.
Right.
Alright.
Mom and Dad are gonna be pissed when they come home and see the house like this.
Yeah, I just, like... It was the Elebits' fault. Come on.
Yeah.
They tempted me with their...
Did you fail with 1 second left on the timer?
I love that.
Not like it matters.
Nope. But, yes. We've got 2 of the pink Elebits, so we got a few of the unlockables. And there we go. Alright. How does that thumbnail image look? Assuming I can get it correct. There we go. Oh, nope. Alright. See you next time for the outside.
Alright, bye.